मात्रे मन कामना पूर्ति जय देव जय देव.
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग की तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुश आमदीद,
Assalamu alaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
Meekandariki vandanamu.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बंदर वर्ग नीसा बुला बरजन हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा myself फालतू बाबा and of course
Myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make your eve of Thanksgiving totally exciting and totally mastani band
That's right, Bajan. Probably some of you are already traveling, catching us on our app, which is Radio D Hotties, available for free download on the App Store and also on the Android Store. Bajan, go check it out. It's called Radio Day Hotties, 24/7. Aapko non-stop entertainment, lagatar. If you want to actually give us a call here and talk to us, we will say hello, welcome. Call us on phone number 408-912-2479. Right niche, right there. You can call us on that number 408-912-2479. And we, without any further ado, let's go see what's happening in the roads because some of you already started your journey today. Yeah.
They started yesterday.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's Bajan 408-912-2479. If you want to call and share what's happening on the roads, well, roads are looking totally open everywhere. Only thing is, if you're trying to come back from Hayward going towards south, you'll find a little bit of residual traffic delay on 880. That is, 880 always is bad. But if you're on 87, watch out. There's a fire reported on 87 southbound at 280. It's actually north of 280 on the ramp, actually. So watch out for that. It's in San Jose area. It is not impacting traffic because traffic as is light. In different parts of the city, I would say the Bay Area, if you go north, San Francisco has a little bit of congestion going on in the city, but it'll clear up anyways. And 92 bridge ke aas-paas mein, there's a little bit of a residual delay there, which actually is not because of any incident, but just because of traffic being heavy. If you plan to travel, please make sure you maintain physical distancing and try to be hygienic. Wash hands as frequently as possible. What do you call that? Disinfectant. Use that thing for sure. And if you have to touch with public properties or whatever, gloves advisable, and then throw the gloves off because even the gloves can carry some germs, and that's also problematic. So don't reuse those gloves. You wear them and throw them off afterwards. And that was your traffic update. What's happening in the roads? Weather-wise, if you look at it, it's going to be a sunny day. No, don't go by the clouds in the air. It's going to be blow away. It's going to be sunny all the way. And guess what? The Thanksgiving weekend is going to be nice and sunny. No signs of cloud anywhere. Probably over the weekend, like Sunday, you might have some clouds, but otherwise, this weekend of Thursday, the Thursday tomorrow and day after tomorrow is going to be nice and clear, including Saturday. Weather right now is like in the 42, lower 40s, can go up, probably lower 60s actually, like 61, and right now it's 41. No, right now it's like 51 degrees, suppose. The coldest is going to get is around 41 degrees, so probably layer up and stay warm. Try not to catch any of those cold or viruses, but then if at all you maintain physical distancing, you can keep that at bay. The hospitals are really having a tough time trying to accommodate patients with COVID. We'll go check out what's happening in the news with our news update. But then if you want to catch up in detail about the news we share with you guys on air, all you have to do is go to the news blog mediamahima.com. Lekin abhi ke liye, this is the news.
Well, Banjan, let's give you a quick headline. Argentinian soccer legend Diego Maradona dies at the age of 60 of a heart attack. Yes.
Wow.
He passed away just this morning. It was a breaking news item as we were preparing for the show this morning. Let's tell you that he is widely regarded as one of the game's greatest ever players, and he died of a heart attack today. He battled health issues and underwent emergency surgery for a subdural hematoma several weeks ago. He suffered a heart attack at his home in the outskirts of Buenos Aires on Wednesday, Argentinian media and acquaintances of the former player said. And of course, Argentinian President Alberto Fernandez has declared 3 days of national mourning. Retired Brazilian soccer star Pelé was also among those who mourned the Argentinian player. Certainly, one day we'll kick a ball together in the sky above, he said in a brief statement provided to Reuters by a representative. Let's go on over and talk about US President-elect Joe Biden receiving congratulations for his election victory from Chinese President Xi Jinping on Wednesday as he prepared to give a speech highlighting the challenges Americans face as COVID-19 cases surge on the eve of the Thanksgiving holiday. Biden, who introduced his foreign policy and national security team on Tuesday as he begins a formal transition to the White House after defeating Republican President Donald Trump, has promised to make fighting the pandemic a top priority after taking office on Jan 20th. China's foreign ministry, though not Xi himself, congratulated Biden on November 13th. You remember we reported on that. Nearly a week after many U.S. allies had holding out as Trump, who is still challenging the election results on the basis of unsubstantiated voting fraud claims.
So that's almost half
Refuses to
official
concede
right
a
now. It's half official.
No, at that time it was half official.
No,
but
now it's half official because we still have Putin to come and congratulate him, right?
like that.
Russia hasn't recognized the election minister.
Yes, exactly, Banajad. So, but in his congratulatory message to Biden on Wednesday, Xi said healthy ties between the world's two biggest economies were not only in the fundamental interests of their two peoples, but also expected by the international community, the official Xinhua news agency reported. Let's talk a little bit about COVID, Bandajan. Countries around the world are agonizing over new coronavirus curbs ahead of the Christmas and other holidays as global infections approach 60 million on Wednesday, and US officials pleaded with Americans to stay home over Thanksgiving. In fact, they're calling Thanksgiving a super spreader event, Altubaba.
Yeah.
They're saying this is the mother of all super spreader events. That's what CNN medical analyst Jonathan Reiner said. Thanksgiving could potentially turn into this kind of an event as millions of people prepare to gather for the holidays. Despite suggestions to avoid travel and group events, the CDC says another wave on top of already historic numbers could overwhelm the healthcare systems around the country. Already, the U.S. hit another record number of hospitalizations yesterday with more than 88,000 people being treated for COVID-19.
Okay.
Tuesday also saw more than 2,100 U.S. coronavirus deaths, the highest death toll since May. More places are enacting new restrictions like El Paso, Texas, which has issued a curfew ahead of Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar says distribution of a vaccine could start as early as December 10th.
I'm going to throw a wrench in this, Palrani, because people are expecting the vaccine to come in. Yes, this vaccine is supposed to be good and everything. Please maintain physical distancing and try to see if we can curb the virus the way it is.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying that is when the vaccine comes in, there's a huge population who are called as the non-vaxxers, don't believe in vaccinations.
Yeah.
And they are the people who are not going to take it. And there are some people who actually who genuinely are allergic to vaccination. They also would not take it. That means, the possibility of this staying with us for some more time.
And let's not forget, Banajan, although they're saying it's 95% safe, it's still that 5%. This vaccine has not gone through the usual.
The 4 or 5 years of delay.
Yes.
But this is very unprecedented that they actually are speeding up this process for this particular pandemic.
Correct.
We got to give thanks for that. We got to be mindful of the fact that yes, they're doing the best they can. But at the same time, we need to do that also. As in, maintain the physical distancing, try to stay healthy, try not to, what do you call that? Try not to be irresponsible and contribute to the spread of this particular virus.
Absolutely. And the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention may soon shorten the length of the quarantine period recommended after potential exposure to the coronavirus, the top official said on Tuesday. Health authorities currently recommend a 14-day quarantine in order to curb transmission of the virus, but an official said Tuesday that there is evidence that the period could be shortened further if patients are tested for the virus during their quarantine. Let me confirm that we are constantly reviewing the evidence, and we are starting to have evidence that a shorter quarantine complemented by tests might be able to shorten that quarantine period of time from 14 days to shorter days, a top U.S. health official said on a Tuesday press call. He, of course, did not mention how much shorter the quarantine could be. Biden's cabinet picks may face some major Republican opposition in the Senate, is what is being reported right now. Republican members of the U.S. Senate fired warning shots to President-elect Joe Biden that they may be prepared to stand in the way of his cabinet appointments, despite his long-held tradition of a new president having the right to choose who will run government agencies. The threats from senators, including Marco Rubio and Tom Cotton, highlighted the importance of a pair of runoff elections in Georgia in early January that will determine whether Republicans keep majority control of the Senate or cede it to the Democrats after 6 years in the minority. On Monday, Biden's team announced some of his cabinet picks, including former State Department officials like Antony Blinken as Secretary of State and Linda Thomas Greenfield as Ambassador to the United Nations, and former CIA official Avril Haines as the Director of National Intelligence. Biden is also expected to tap former Fed Reserve Chair Janet Yellen to be Treasury Secretary. And to the United States Senate, I hope these outstanding nominees receive a prompt hearing and that we can work across the aisle in good faith to move forward for the country, Biden told reporters on Tuesday. However, some Senate Republicans, most of whom have yet to acknowledge Biden's defeat of President Donald Trump or referred to Biden as president-elect, quickly condemned his pick. One of them is Marco Rubio. You can get more information about that on MediaMahima.com. Let's talk about technology news. Tesla. By the way, Elon Musk surpassed surpassed Bill Gates as the second richest man in the world as of yesterday, Banajan. Especially with the stock market rally. But now Tesla is saying that they plan to start manufacturing electric vehicle chargers in China in 2021, according to a document submitted to the Shanghai authorities by the US firm, which is seeking to expand sales in the biggest car market. Tesla, which now sells its Model 3 electric cars in China and plans to deliver its Model Y sport utility vehicles in 2021, plans to invest 42 million yuan, which is about $6.4 million, in a new factory to make the chargers, also known as charging piles, near its car plant in Shanghai, the document seen by Reuters said. Twitter is just released plans for its new policy and how people are verified on the site, an area the company has long promised to revamp to address confusion and criticisms over the blue checkmark badges it uses to authenticate the identity of prominent accounts. The social media company said in a blog post here that it plans to relaunch its verification program, including a new public application process in early 2021. It said a public feedback period for the new policy would open on Tuesday and run until December 8th. It also said that it paused public submissions for verification in 2017 after hearing feedback that the program felt arbitrary and confusing to many people. It said that at the time the checkmark was being confused with an endorsement or an indicator of importance. So now they're putting it back. In news from India, Banajan, India's national stock exchange privately warned Future Retail, the company Future Retail, that it risked regulatory action for not making timely market disclosures about efforts by Amazon.com to block a disputed asset sale, according to emails reviewed by Reuters. Future Retail, one of the country's top retailers, has been locked in a bitter dispute with Amazon over its $3.4 billion retail assets deal with Reliance Industries. Amazon is a business partner of Future and argues that the Indian firm's asset sale breached some of the pre-existing agreements. And in other news from India, Banajan, cyclone Nivar is making landfall. Severe cyclonic storm Nivar will intensify into a very severe cyclonic storm over the next few hours and cross the coast between Tamil Nadu and Puducherry Wednesday midnight or early Thursday morning, the Indian Meteorological Department said. The center of the cyclone to cross the coast near Puducherry with wind speeds of about 120 to 130 kilometers per hour, gusting to about 145 kilometers per hour, Banajan. And they're saying that it is a very, very dangerous storm that is going to be making landfall in India. And in other news, let us tell you that in the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force today conducted one test each of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands territory. Both the tests of DRDO developed missiles were successful, according to sources. You can catch up on all these news stories on MediaMahima.com. Do you have anything you want to share, Altabada?
I just want to say, everybody out there, wish you all a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, you can give thanks, and yes, it's a season of giving. So if you want to give, there is also the Giving Tuesday coming up on Facebook. If you want to think of a non-profit you want to support, I would suggest this organization called Pragnya. Try to give, because this particular COVID situation has been the hardest hit for all the non-profits, because all the efforts of not only Pragnya, any other non-profit as well. Give today if you can, because I was reading an article about the shortage of food also in America right now. Many companies actually organizing the food drives. Even there, come on, let's try to support each other and try to make sure we can actually make easy for people who are actually going through a tough time right now in America and all around the world actually. So yes, Giving Tuesday is coming up. Before that, if you want to give in the Thanksgiving part of it, give thanks. That's most important. You don't have to give in money part of it. Just giving thanks also helps you to feel better and happy. The feeling of gratitude comes into you automatically, right? That's why. And then if you want to give for Pragnya, it's pragnya.org, pragnya.org, which works in the space of autism acculturation, but also in terms of neurodiversity acculturation, I should say, because neurodiversity is the next thing in the future, I suppose. We're going to have people who are totally neurodiverse as opposed to ethnically diverse.
Yeah.
So that's something you got to watch out for. You have something else to share with us, Valdoni? You have a destination you want to share or talk about?
No, I just wanted to say, people, if you're planning to go, and I know many of you go out on these long hikes and destination locations, please be very, very careful. In fact, at the ledge of Fort Funston in San Francisco, 3 people got stranded, including children, and they were finally rescued. And they're supposedly reportedly okay. They got stranded on the ledge of Fort Funston. So please be careful when you're out there. Even if you're planning hiking in these national parks and things like that, please make sure that you go in a group. There are people who are aware where you're going, whatever you're going to do, and stay safe, stay together. When I say stay together, with your family members who you live with, and then of course stay connected. We will see you again soon, Miljan. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We'll see you tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show.